fact, I'll ride over here and talk to the stable master and see if they have well, it doesn't matter. I won't have discovered it, so it won't have a path for me to go there anyway. So let's just mount up and ride. And you'll notice nighttime has passed. It is now daytime, so our lantern has gone off. Oh well. We'll go out the north door. We've only been out this way once when we were heading to the Chamber of Records. And that was actually during an instance. Let us go on out the north arch. Right to the right here, just right over there, there's the Chamber of Records. Great doors. We'll go back in there sometime. But for now, let's follow on around. And then we are going to turn to the north once more. There is something that goes that way, but it just leads to a dead end. There's nothing really over there. No point in going that direction. So we will cross on through here. New deed, Eastern Durin's Way, Jazargund. You have discovered Jazargund. So we are going to throw that one on here, and we'll have yet another part to our travelogue today. Jazargund. The ceremonial chamber of Jazargund has seen so many rites and pronouncements throughout the ages of Moria that many dwarves claim that Durin's voice is engraved into the very stone from which it is hewn, and can be heard echoing through the vaulted space when all else lies silent. Now one of the dwarf expedition groups has set up an encampment within the chamber, thus hoping to gain control of the eastern halls of Durin's Way, and the clamor of their preparations is ever present. Okay, so now we are officially in the area known as Eastern Durin's Way. See, we are right there in the dead center of the stone hall, Jazargund. We are going to ride down here. We are going to grab the stable master. Yep.
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
And he's got rides to Zirak Ziggle in the 21st Hall. And then I'm going to run over here and see if I can't find... Ooh, look at all those quests. Quest everywhere. Oops. Let's turn that back on. The name's back on. I'm going to come over here, clean up my inventory a little bit, and then we will continue on from Jazargund here. So I will see you.
Of what help may I be to you?
In just a few. Okay, inventory management has been completed. See the light streaming in here. I want to check on something. We continue to the north. Let's cross this little bridge. Yep, there we go. There's another piece. If you remember in an early episode when we were going into the redstone lodes, looking for the guarded passage and all. Oh, it's Floyd! I found Floyd and DeWitt. Hot damn! I had no idea they were there. We'll have to do Floyd and DeWitt sometimes. You'll remember in the redstone passages we came across and we saw a corner of the endless stair peeking out. Well, there it is again. Right there. Always has troubled me a bit because, you know, Gimli talked when in the Two Towers after Gandalf the White showed up. Gimli talked about the endless stair that ran from the furthest bottom of Moria all the way to the very peak on Zirak Ziggle, and said that it was just a rumor that had ever been built, and that Gandalf said, no, it's not a rumor, it did exist, at least at one time, because when he was fighting the Balrog, they found the bottom of the stair, and they followed it all the way to the top. He fought him. You see some broken parts there. He fought all the way up to the top with the Balrog. And no, there's no point in trying to jump across there because you ain't gonna do it. Awesome. Floyd and DeWitt. Nice. case you're wondering, we've ran into them one time before over in Evendem. They're on an island in Evendem, Floyd and DeWitt. They're standing on the shore, I think next to where the sandcastle perhaps is. So it's one of the quests to hunt down all the different places that Floyd the Explorer and his mighty steed get to. That is cool as hell. But yeah, so I guess it's just in current memory, perhaps, of the dwarves that they've forgotten or talked about that Durin Stared was just was thought to be a myth, because, I mean, here we are at Jazargund, Jazargund, that, as they say, is a very important area that has had many pronouncements and ceremonies and all. And all you got to do is glance to the north and you can see the stair right there. So I'm going to assume that it's just in current times that it has been lost to memory and to legend. Alright, let us continue on to the west. We're going to try and wrap this one up here. Remember these, another place here just like before. Salab Nurjundul. Okay, so that should be a travelogue entry as well. We will add that to the list. And yes, these places used to be full of mobs, by the way. All this used to be full of mobs. So there you go. Wow, look at that. Sabadum. Ooh, Morvals. It's a gray Morval, so it can't really hurt us, but still. That one, however, does not have a "you have discovered," so we do not have to put a travelogue entry for it. Salab Nurjundul. Salab Nurjundul was once one of the busiest intersections in all of Moria, and each day hundreds, if not thousands, of dwarves would pass through here, going about their lives and business. Now it is desolate and empty, offering only a dangerous gauntlet for would-be explorers to pass through, with constant threat of ambush by the evil denizens who befoul the once beautiful workshops and residences nearby. Okay, another entry in the travelogue there. I'm beginning as I was being interrupted. I've said this once, this passage here, just like before, being one of the main routes through here, it used to have mobs all along it too. You know, about every intersection and pretty much halfway between the intersections, you were constantly fighting things to get down through it, just like that Warg Rider, you know, that there. Seems to be only in this area now. They used to be all along this passage as well. Moria was full of mobs. Okay, so we are looking for, I'm sure this is going to be an entry too, yep, Thrakan Bazan. So we will have to add it as well. Let's come on out here, get a good look. And we will add this place as well. Give me just a moment. Thrakan Bazan. Thrakan Bazan is a most unusual wonder to find beneath the roots of a mountain. It is more commonly known as Durin's Garden, for Durin himself ordered it built so that any dwarf might come here and be reminded of the wider sunlit world beyond the bounds of Moria. Clever constructs of polished metal and crystal guide light down from far above to grant life here, beneath the mountain. It seems that the evil things that now infest Moria likewise find this light uncomfortable, for among all the works of the dwarves, Thrakan Bazan remains relatively unmarred by their ravages. Okay, so yet another part of the western Durin's Way. It looks like we have maybe found the camp we're looking for right over here. Indeed, I think we have. There's the stable.
May Durin return soon to his holes.
Yep, discovered the Drakan Bazan travel, and he gives us a ride to the 21st Hall. Okay. So he was saying this is the northeast. We need to talk to Broin. Where would Broin be? Did it not say the northeast part? Let's check a look and see. Maybe we have to go further. The Peaceful Path. Northeast of the gardens here. Well, there's the gardens. So let's see. Northeast will be up here maybe? This be the Peaceful Path. Sulnul Doom. At least we ain't got to worry about that one. And any place that we see more of all, I don't think could be described as a peaceful path. But look at there, another piece of the statue. A statue arm this time. Helgi Goblinbane's arm. Helgen Goblinbane's statue would not be complete without an arm to grip a great axe. The goblins of Durin's Way destroyed the statue, and its parts can be found scattered through Moria. Uxie endeavors to get the statue, so we need to talk to Arnaud at Drakan Bazan about the statue's arm. Okay, we'll continue on this way. Let's just keep going to the northeast. There's another warg rider. Here's the mustering hall. There it is, the Peaceful Path. Don't know why this is called the Peaceful Path when you have to fight through so many things to get here. Okay, so it looks like we have got kind of a mustering hall. And we do what we can here, but there are so many wounded. Right over here is Broin. Let's talk to Broin and see what he has to say.
I have had enough of adventure, my friend. Would that I had never come here.
Broin's Tale, Chapter 8. Friend Gnarlo, I thank you for rescuing me. This is not the adventure I had in mind when we arrived in Holland. When the creature of the pool took me from before the doors of Durin, I thought I was doomed. But the creature must have had a mind to save some of its prey for later, and so I was left within the watery treasury in the depths of Moria, as was Oin so many years ago. He found Ziggelberg Gnarlo. Who knows how long he wielded it to fend off the monstrous creature in the depths. And yet, in the end, even with the mithril axe himself, it could not escape. That would have been my fate as well, if you had not found your way into the watery depths and driven away the beast. I desire adventures no more. No songs or tales for me. I have had enough. Oops. What do we got going there? Oops. Let me do a real quick inventory management, mail off something right fast. Sorry about that. I thought I had taken care of that whenever we were back there at that crossroads doing our selling, so let us finish off now.
Tell Bori not to wield Zigilberg. I fear the axe may be cursed.
Okay, so our axe, our dagger of the second age has now reached level 47. Fantastic. All right. Book 5, Chapter 1, Azog's Legacy. You have rescued me from the drowned treasury, but still I am afraid. I fear that the recovery of Ziggelberg will prove ill for the dwarves. There is something about the axe that fills me with dread, and I worry it will awaken unwholesome greed in my people. Already Bori has risked much in his desire for this weapon. Please return to the Chamber of Leadership and tell Bori of my concerns. His words as we left the flooded chamber where I've been trapped by the Watcher filled me with worry. So someone's got the gold lust. We will take that on next time. Meantime, we are going to sit here and share a pipe with Bori. And we will thank you for coming along. We will see you next time. Thanks for joining us. Hope you've enjoyed it. And bye-bye.